morning, UT family. I hope you are having a wonderful day. It is rainy. A storm is coming, but Leon and I are very busy this morning. He is outside working in the outside kitchen. So yesterday he got all the glue off of this countertop because the wood underneath was really good. So what he is doing right now is fixing his, I think it's a wet machine. When we lived in Philadelphia, Mississippi, the rats ate up the little thing that holds the water that you need for this machine. I'm going to show you in just a minute. Y'all, we had rats so bad in Philadelphia, Mississippi. I do believe that's what ate out my radiator that time. If you remember, when I was on the way to Louisiana, the rats ate out my radiator, and my car was only fairly new, a couple of years old. And so I had to go to the Kia place and get a new radiator. But this is the wet machine that he is cutting our new tile with. And so Leon knows how to do this kind of work. You know, he's piddled around with it, okay? He's not a professional, but he's piddled around with it. And so he's gluing the new tile on the part of the counter that is ready. And he sanded down the other part yesterday, like I said. And so it is just looking so beautiful. He's actually going to do the backsplash and everything. And then I'm coming over here to show you what the old tile looked like. This was the old tile. And so I'm so happy to get this gray tile in. And so if y'all have been watching us, we have done moved the counters around, kind of redoing this outside kitchen to fit our needs. And it used to be a huge bar there and everything. And we're just kind of, I'm showing y'all Bear right here, y'all. He's so sweet. Sticks by his daddy, jealous of his daddy. And he's precious. But anyway, a storm is coming, and I just wanted to pull out the camera today and video a little bit. This is our second day having the babies. So we are chick parents again. And so there is a process. If you've raised chicks before, you know that there is a process. So they have to be on a light. And so they're not going to be ready to lay their eggs for about 7 months, probably 6 to this day, because you know when you buy them they're about 4 weeks old, 4 to 6 weeks old. And so once they outgrow this cage, we're going to put them in the sunroom in a big floor cage like we did the other ones. We have all this on video with our first batch, and years ago we did this. So there's a process. And then after they grow out of the sunroom, I mean not the sunroom, the outside kitchen, y'all, the outside kitchen. Once they grow up and need to be introduced to the flock, then you have to keep them separated. I'll show you how we do that here. There was a way we did in Philadelphia because we had more cages and stuff, but I'll show you how we're going to do it here. To introduce this new small flock into our older ladies. I'll show you that, and that's going to be months down the road, y'all. But for now, this is the second day. They had a good night. They were running around playing, y'all. We kept coming out here making sure they was okay. And this is their feed right here. So we got the food with the medication. We filled 2 5-gallon buckets up. The other one's over there of the medication. And then we just simply start off with one of these. You know, you have to clean their cages out. You know, I think we do it like Leon does it when he's home. So, you know, like every 3 or 4 days when they gets a lot of poo-poo in there. And, of course, they're going to be all up in their food, pooping all over there. So you just have to keep things clean. But this starter feed is going to give them a good start in life, and they're so beautiful, y'all. I actually catch myself coming out here. I'm painting right now, but I actually catch myself coming out here, you know, just all hours of yesterday, and then we were watching a movie last night, resting before bed, and then we kept pausing it coming out here because they're just so cute, y'all. They're cute to watch. They really are. Leon used a skill saw, and because this is a doggy kennel, so he used a skill saw to just wire up some boards so they won't come out. Because, you know, when they're little, they can come out of this, y'all. So you have to protect the bottom. So we did that on all sides. Do you see that? And when we moved here, when we bought this house, they had a lot of dog kennels here. Large ones, medium, small ones. So that, and then we brought a couple from where we lived in Philadelphia. So they come in handy at the first stage of raising baby chicks. I just want to let y'all know, because most people think, let me see if I can come over here. Most people think that, you know, raising baby chicks is, you know, you can get your eggs cheaper. It's not. Raising baby chicks, having chickens in general, because it costs about $30 with our other flock a month for food. And of course you gotta, you know, have the bedding. You can use pine straw and all that, but Leon likes to buy the hay. He doesn't want to use the pine straw and the leaves. And, or if you free range your chickens, you're gonna lose some. I mean, it's just impossible to free range, but a lot of people do. And so if you free range them and you don't want to feed them, you don't want to buy the food, you don't have to. I've never done that. I've always bought their food. I cannot stand an animal to be hungry. So, and I probably give them a little bit more than what they need, y'all. But it is not cheaper. We do not do this because of the egg prices that are going up. We do this because we want to know what's going into our eggs, and then, you know, in case, you know, you're just good in the long run to have your own chickens. I love doing it. I think they're precious, and I just love doing it, y'all. And to go out and get the eggs every day, knowing that they're healthy and, you know, all of that is worth the money if you can afford it. Now, if you only get like 2 or 3 chickens, 3 or 4, you know, it's best to get a little flock. They work better together. Sorry, I keep looking over here, y'all. But if you were just to get 4, you're going to get some eggs. That's all. And it's not expensive, you know. But I like a large flock because we like to bless people with our eggs. So we're going to be getting more eggs later on this year. Sun's shining now, y'all. Beth, I thought the storm was coming. Huh?
I think it's about over.
You think it's over with? Oh, praise God. Oh, I come in here to watch you do a little bit of this. Oh, wow.
You know how old this thing is? We've had this thing a long time.
So when we moved the counter, Leon added this piece of wood so it would be connected, right, love? Mm-hmm. So he added that. So he's just going to, he made it level to where he can just completely go over it with the tile. Okay, so this right here is cypress. This is cypress wood. And so I'm painting it the same color, you guys, all the way across. I've already completed the hallway completely. It's all done. And so I'm just doing a little bit at a time. And this is what it's going to look like on this side. And so I will just continue to keep making videos of the progress. But I think it's looking really, really well. I do not like the orange wood. The orange wood. I think that's cypress. I'll have to ask Leon. It might be. I think it is. I'll get back with you, but I think it is cypress. Let me go ask him. That wood that I'm painting, is that cypress?
Yeah.
It's cypress? Okay. I wanted to get that. It is cypress, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but the reddish color I do not like, so it's all going to come together really well. Wow, look at him. It's looking so good, love.
Thank you.
And, of course, I'm going to paint that wood back there. He's going to do the backboard. And, you know, I may even come back with the counters being painted. Definitely not white, but
You mean the cabinets?
the cabinets. I'm talking to the camera, but my job in here is not now. We're going to put shelves up there. And when I come in here to do the finish, you know, decorating and everything, getting it all in order, these are some lanterns that were in Leon's shop. They had left them in the shop, and I have others too. And so I'm going to clean these up, and then when we put shelves up here for our cooking stuff, I'm going to put those on the shelf. And the reason we put this backboard is so when we come out here to cook, the dust, there's a lot of dust that comes up in here. So that wouldn't get on the food. So I think that's going to work out well, don't you, love? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then he's got to finish the tin. He's going to continue it on the inside. So he hasn't...
I think I changed my mind with the tin, rustic tin on the inside.
Oh, you did?
I think I want to get that, it's not cypress. Mr. Chevy said his is cypress. It's all the same stuff.
Okay, so you want to get cedar
I'm going to get cedar.
for the inside.
Like, it's going to be something like the fence boards and
Right.
maybe shiplap in here with cedar.
Oh, okay. Have tin on the outside and
the cedar
cedar.
on the inside.
Oh, okay, I think that'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Okay, cool. I was when we're gonna go antique shopping, probably. You know, the flea markets. Not try to find something real cheap, but I was considering taking the iron out and then having a long table that, you know, people put their tables outside. So having like a long table, but high enough to be an extra bar, and then have, you know, some bar stools, you know, some old bar stools right there in front of the bar, like a cooking thing. Or we were also thinking of stainless steel too, huh, love, for meat processing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We hadn't got that far. We just getting into it and just doing it a little bit at a time. Okay, I have some deer ground meat and deer sausage, jalapeno and cheese, thawing out because my husband requested some meat with beans. But I told him I could make him a homemade jambalaya or red beans and rice, and he didn't want any of that. Of course, I'm not going to eat it. I was just going to cut some meat out for me just to eat, you know. But he said he didn't want rice. He said he just wants beans and the sausages. The same way I would cook it, except for he didn't want rice. So that's fine. That's easy. And so I'm about to start. It's only 11:11, but I'm going to go ahead and start cooking. I am finished painting for today. He also requested yesterday to have some tea. Absolutely. Tea's not bad for you. And so I made him some tea, and then he puts maple syrup in it. He didn't want sugar in it. So we put a teaspoon of maple syrup in his glass of tea, and he said it tastes delicious. To show y'all that I made some broth, some bone broth, and I cooked it in the crock pot all night on low. And so this is the fat. So I made this out of the ham hocks, like when we cooked the ham, they had bone in the middle, and then some steak bone and things like that. I just took it all and put it in the crock pot, and then I just transferred everything. I did not strain it. So I'm going to actually use some of this in Leon's red beans and sausage. And I'm going to put a little ground meat in there as well. So this is what I'm going to start with. Just Leon eating, I'm just going to use 1 can. We still have a bunch of this and dried beans too, y'all. What I started doing a while back was just rinsing off the beans really, really well. I love beans, y'all, really do. But I am not going to risk it right now because my inflammation is so low. I just do not want to, you know, and it's not like I am dying for them, but, you know, who doesn't like a bean? But I'm going to refrain because I feel so good. Maybe later on, at the end of the year, I might add some beans. I'm not sure. But like I said, I just feel so good that I am not. Y'all, I decided to put the ground meat in the ice box. Save it for tomorrow because I forgot that I left some of this ham out. That we cooked a whole ham. And I left some of the meat out. I'm going to add some of this to his beans. I don't like to waste anything. And this is delicious. We've been nibbling on this. So I cut the sausage in half. This is going to be my sausage to just brown, eat with mustard or whatever I want to do with it. I'm going to have some ham. And then this is going to go in the pot. So this is my broth, my bone broth. And I'm just putting all of that delicious in there. Of course, look at this pot, y'all. Normally I would use a huge pot. But I'm just going to go ahead and make this plenty big enough for Leon. So I went ahead and cut Leon's. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the sausage in there. And like I said, this is smoked deer sausage. So it is going to add delicious flavor to these beans. Get all of this. I'm going to turn it on high just to kind of get all of this melted in there. Leon bought this the other day. This is what they use at work. So he wants this seasoning on his. Me, I just normally do the salt and pepper from Redmond's. He likes that too, but he likes to eat that at work. So we bought some when we went to the store the other day. So I went ahead and added some ham as well. I've not added the beans yet, y'all. Well, I'm going to add a little bit of water, and this is the same jar that the beef broth come out of. I'm not going to use any flour or anything like that to thicken it. I believe it's going to be alright. What it is, if you use canned beans, you can let the beans cook in here for just a little while and then smush up some of the beans, and it will make your gravy, y'all already know this, I'm sure, but it will make your bean gravy thicker. Okay, I know this looks funny, y'all, but you can also do it this way as well. You can take some of the beans, just put them on a plate, put them in a grinder if you want. I'm not going to do that. Just some of them, not all of them, because you want some whole beans. And you can smush them up using this contraption. It's a potato masher, I do believe. And so as you smush your beans up, because these are canned, you know, you can do this with your hard beans after you let them cook for a while, or you can pressure cook them. And then you can also do them after your hard beans get cooked. But just to kind of release some of that, I don't know what it's called, y'all. Just makes your gravy a little bit thicker. And so you can do it before, or you can let them cook in the pot and do it after, whichever you want. Okay, I added my smushed up beans already. Y'all, this smells so delicious. Okay, and the sausage is smoked, so it's basically, you know, you don't have to cook it long. I'm going to go ahead and add the whole beans in there. And y'all, Maya loves beans too. She loves beans. So I'll probably take about 5 of them out of here and feed them to her. And so I'm going to let this cook. This is what the juice is looking like so far. And then I'm going to let it cook probably for about, I don't know, 30 minutes real low. And then we'll come back to it. I'm going to put it about on 4. And it's on the high side. So we'll see. I don't want it to boil too much. So I am going to put the lid on it like this. I forgot to add Leon's seasoning. He likes, which probably doesn't need much, because that sausage is pretty well seasoned. So I'm just going to have a little bit of the seasoning, not a whole lot. put the lid on it and let it cook. So I've cut mine up. I'm going to just stick mine in this glass container, put it in icebox. What I'll do is fry some of mine up later. I'm not quite hungry just yet. I'll fry some of mine up later with a little bit of ham, and then I will fry an egg with it. You know, he eats eggs too every day. I've been eating 2 to 3 to 4 eggs every day. So I'll put that in an icebox and cook that for me later. And so, you guys, I always have bacon cooked. And we eat these little bacon chips just as a treat during the day. And I also cook with them. But that is, you know, real bacon. Not bacon bits like I have in the freezer. Alright, now that I'm looking at this, because normally if I was to cook Leon and I some, you know, some beans and rice, I would do 3 cans. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add another can, because I think Leon's going to want more beans than this. Let me add another can, y'all. Okay, I did the same process. I rinsed the beans off, I smushed some of them, and then I put the rest of the can in there. And that looks a whole lot more heartier. And it hasn't been cooking for long, just like a couple minutes when I decided to do this. So now I'm going to let it cook. Wow, it's been cook. I went to do some other stuff. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes. So it is getting juicier. It is getting juicier. Okay, I'm gonna let it cook for 15 more minutes. Yeah, it's got a lot in there. He might not eat it all. I might eat some more tomorrow. Smells delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it continue to cook. Y'all, there's a beautiful butterfly. So beautiful. I'll try to get close to it. It's big. Hold on. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful, y'all. Look how pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it's doing. It must be eating something, I guess. I'm gonna try to bend down here. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. Wasn't that a beautiful butterfly, y'all? I went out there to get the eggs, and that butterfly was so pretty. All right, so let's see. I think this is done. Oh, yeah. Look how this is done, y'all. Let me turn the fan off. Oh, yeah. It's done thickened up. And Leon said he does not want any biscuits, so I guess he's just going to eat this in a bowl and just enjoy. It's so funny, y'all, because you see this water that I buy? I buy this from Amazon, so, you know, I buy like 5 cartons at a time, so I'm pretty well stocked. When we went to Aldi's the other day, I seen this type of spritz water, so I told him, and there was 12 in a case instead of 8 like I buy. So it was 12 in a case, a little cheaper, and you get more. So I said, well, I'm going to get this original and try it. Well, he decided he wanted to try it as well. So he went ahead and he wanted to get the flavor. So he bought this one, the blackberry one. This is the spritz water. It's just carbonated water. And he did not like it at all. I do. So yeah, he does not like the soda, the spritz water. Like it's called sparkling water. And between this water and this water, there's not much difference to me in the original. I do like this one better, but this one does not taste bad at all. So, I don't know. Pretty good. This is the point where I'm don't talk to y'all. Look, y'all, I'm always trying to do something to keep myself busy. I washed this soft blanket, and I think I washed it maybe with something that was furry. I don't know, maybe a towel. It was an accident. And so I got all these little fur balls on it. So I'm going to use this to get them off. But as I do this, let me show y'all. See? It's driving me crazy. I even stuck it back in the dryer with those dry ball things to try to get it off, and it would not come off. So I'm just going to have to sit here because I love to use this blanket. I'm going to have to sit here and get it all off, and I don't mind. But anyway, Leon's food is all ready. Y'all remember these old-timey ones? They the best. His food is all ready, and he will come in and eat when he gets ready. He don't like to be pressured into eating. So, look at this. I wanted to tell y'all that when I was going through some difficult times, what got me through those, not only, you know, the Lord and the reading of the Word and stuff, y'all, I'm going to be honest, when I was going through this last difficult time with some issues, you know, I had some stuff I was going through, you know, I prayed, but I wasn't in the Word like I got back into the Word after that passed. I don't know. All I did was pray. I really didn't feel like doing anything. I had no energy to do anything. And but what got me through the most difficult times, you know, especially at night, was watching some of y'all on YouTube. Y'all's life, y'all's farm life, y'all doing your chores, visiting your family and all that. I mean, I looked forward to that. And I always sought out for the longer videos because, I don't know, they were more personal and they, I don't know, it's just what pulled me through, y'all. Being in somebody else's world at that time. Next time I go through something like that, I think that I'm going to, now that I have a better mind, and I don't know, I have a clearer mind for some reason. The last month I had a clearer mind. Hopefully, I'll pull through with, you know, digging in the Word and all that. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. But a lot of the the YouTube videos, I needed that. So that's why I'm just continuing to make some of these longer ones, just talking to y'all and stuff, because I have older people, you know, in the logistics, it shows the age of people who watch your videos, and a lot of people who watch our videos are in our, you know, older, our age or older, and some of them cannot get out. They physically cannot get out, and so I just thought that, you know, some of them would like what I like. Sometimes I like a quick answer to things when I'm researching something quick. Give it to me quickly. Or then sometimes if I'm trying to fall asleep or something, I like the longer ones. And I've actually put a lot of the channels that we watch on here. I'll show y'all every now and then some of the channels that we watch. Good, wholesome channels. Other people, their lives. And, I don't know, it just pulls you through some of the difficult times in your life, okay? That's how I felt, you know, about a month and a half ago. And so, that's why I'm just making these videos. And I hope y'all don't mind. I hope y'all are enjoying them. And so, let me get all this off. It's going to be a lot. This is what I got off so far. See this? When I was wearing black yesterday, it got all over my clothes. I had to go to the Tractor Supply. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all. Oh my goodness. So we were going to the Tractor Supply, y'all, and as we were going down the road, all of the stoplights were off. The electricity was off. There was no, and then the businesses, the electricity was off. They were having an issue or something. So we were like, okay. When we pulled up to the Tractor Supply, the electricity was off. The doors were open. It was dark inside. So we were like, you know, we probably not going to get to go in. Well, I rolled down the window and I said, are y'all open? And they said, yes, we are. So I said, do y'all have baby chicks? And they said, yes. I was so excited. And so what you do when you got out, you had to have an employee walk around with you, write down the number off of the product that you were going to buy, bring you up there. And then they had to digitally, by hand, do your card. And I had left my purse at home with all the cash. So we had to do it by card. And so, we got our chicken feed and our chicken starter and then our adult stuff. And then we got, Bear some treats. And then when we got to the chickens, they had a big old thing of ducks, a big old tub of geese, and a big old tub of the black chickens. I forgot the name. And then the chickens I showed you, the light color ones. So they had the black chickens and then the light color ones, and the rest were duck and geese. And they were crying. They were crying because their light wasn't on and they were cold. And she said, yeah, they're not happy because their light's on and they're cold. And I said, well, are they going to die? And she said, probably. Just like, probably. And I thought, then my response was, it seems like Tractor Supply would have some kind of backup generator, you know. And she didn't say anything. I didn't say it. I said it softly, you know. I just felt sorry for them. They were all crying. And I said, well, we picked out the ones we want. We got 6. 3 of the blacks, 3 of the light colored ones. She put them in a box. And I immediately put the box to my chest because I was warm. I had this sweater on and another shirt on. You know, I was dressed. And so, but I had this long sweater on, so I was kind of already warm. So I put them to my chest, and they were crying. And as I put them to my chest, they were getting warm from my warmth, and they started not crying. And so Leon was getting all of our other stuff, and I told him, I said, I'm going to go get in the truck because it was warm. So I got in the truck where it was warmer, and I took each chick out of the box, and I had a high tank top on. And I started sticking them in my shirt. I stuck them all in the tank top of my shirt. And they all snuggled up and they were all bundled up and they stopped crying. But Leon was in there for a long time because they had to manually do everything. And so when he finally come out, I'd kept them in my shirt for another 5 minutes. And they started getting restless. So their little claws were scratching up my chest. So I put them back in the box and then he came out. And then when I got home, while he set everything up, because we didn't know if they were going to have any. The last couple of times we went, they didn't. So we were not set up. So when we got home, I got my heating pad, put it on my lap, put the box on the heating pad, and I wrapped the sides up of the box. And then they finally just hugged the sides of the box and went completely to sleep. And then the short that I put on was me actually taking them out the box and putting them in their new home. So, yeah, I was so scared that they were going to get cold. I don't know. I felt so sorry for the ones that were left because she said the electricity is going to be out for 30 more minutes. And it was cold in there. And so, but anyway, I was praying for mine on the way home. Lord, let these, I was like, you shall live and not die. I did not want them to die. Anyway, and sometimes they do die no matter what. But they're so cute and I did not want ours to succumb to the being cold, because when I put them in my shirt, their little feet was cold. They were cold, y'all. So our chicken, I don't know, we get kind of close to our chickens. We can go out to the ladies, the big ladies out there, and they would practically jump on us. They're not afraid of us at all. They are not afraid of us at all. All right, I'll be with y'all in just a minute. This might be nasty to y'all, or y'all could use a baby wipe, but I just kind of lick my fingers, and if you do that, you're able to gather all this up and take it off. Take it off of your thing. These things are here, these old ones, I think are the best. I really do. I just want to say that I got this from the Dollar Tree a long time ago. So, I think they still sell them at Walmart, perhaps. So, y'all, when I was going through, some difficult times, when I go through difficult times, I do have people praying for me, y'all. But sometimes it just seems like the prayers don't reach heaven. You just feel alone because you're kind of tested and tried in those times. And, I know this is controversial, but I did so much research, y'all, into the things that I was eating and how it played a role on my brain and everything. And when you start eating right, you just I don't know. It's just so weird. I didn't believe it myself, y'all. Did not believe it myself. I was like, there's no way. People literally get off of medication just by changing the way they eat. There are so many testimonies, y'all. And, I don't know. I just think that, God cares about our health. He really does. Even though we are going to perish one day. We are going to. Everybody is going to succumb to something, no matter what you do. It's part of life. It's going to happen. And because that is just, part of life. life is not going to be perfect. Good grief. And so we are going to just, as we get older, we're going to just succumb to some things. But I just want to, I had someone in my life pass away peacefully. She passed away peacefully. And then I had some in my life pass away horribly. I watched them pass away horribly. And I just pray and ask the Lord all the time, because I'm going to try to do whatever I can. I don't want to pass away horribly. I want to pass away peacefully, like one of my aunts passed away peacefully. She went to heaven and she passed away peacefully. We watched it, and it was so peaceful, and that's how I want to go. And I mean, I'm not sure, nobody knows if that's going to happen, but that's my prayer, to pass away peacefully, where Leon doesn't really have to take care of me, or anybody else. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that way. I don't think about it all the time, y'all, but as you get older, you start thinking about things like that. You really do. And here recently, I guess about a year ago, we had some insurance people come to our house because we wanted some insurance on us, even though we're going to be cremated, y'all. That's a whole nother story. We choose to be cremated. We are going to have a little funeral. We've already discussed it and everything. And we talked to our insurance people about it. But we wanted to have our own insurance, our own life insurance, death insurance, whatever you want to call it, because we didn't want to be a burden on our family to have to do all of that. I've seen, but then my own family, that when you don't have your stuff in order, y'all, that it could become a burden. So we got the not high insurance, we got a reasonable one. And so I don't know how y'all feel about that, but even though we don't have health insurance right now, we do have that to be able to take care of us. And it kind of gives you a little peace of mind. But we trust in the Lord no matter what, you guys. And so, do not know why I went on this this tantrum. Not a tantrum, but I'm just talking to y'all because I don't want any of our YouTube family to ever feel like they're alone, whatever they're going through. I pray for you all the time, y'all. Some of you I pray individually because God knows who you are. And then I will pray for you all in a group. Lord, just bless our YouTube family. Whatever they're going through, bless them, with joy, peace, and all of that. Because everybody goes through something at some time in their life. You could be doing everything right, just like Job. Because I'm studying the book of Job. I'm in a Bible study. And so we are going through the book of Job, like really hard dive into it. And so everybody is going to go through something, whether they caused it or whether God just allows it to happen. But we need to pray for one another all the time without ceasing, and not grow weary in doing it. And so no matter what the look of that person is, no matter what the look of it is on the outside, because sometimes I feel like some people that I pray for, it ain't doing no good, and so, but you can't let your heart grow bitter, and you can't let your heart grow cold. You just keep praying for them, because that's what the Lord wants us to do. And so, I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm praying for y'all. Y'all, there's so much lint on this blanket. I don't know if I should just wash it again and just start all over, wash it by itself. I'm not quite sure. Oh, he's got to say his blessings. Hold on.
In Jesus' name, amen.
So this is the first time I cooked it like this with no flour or anything. Let's see what it tastes like. Honest. It's good. So good. Alright, we're going to let Leon eat. Okay, YouTube family. I got all of the lint off of here. I literally got it all off. This is the lint. I just kept on doing it until I got it off. And it's all gone. But anyway, I noticed the video is getting long. I didn't want it to be too long. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. We love you, YouTube family, and today's Saturday. We have church tomorrow, so probably won't make a video until way into next week. But we love you. We're praying for you. Jesus loves you. And until next time, we will see you on the next video.
God bless. Be safe.
Bye, y'all.